This is one of the tightest races for first we've ever had. And time is running out.
Today is our last chance to get a bye. The bye is pretty damn important.
We want top 2 seed.
If we get top 2, we can go to MSG.
We're playing in SIP. They have a different mid laner. All I know is that we don't have any excuses to lose this game.
Winning today would mean a lot to us. TDK is auto-relegated, so they're not scared to do anything.
Plays in the jungle here. Seraph jumps on him.
That damage.
I think it's pretty scary.
Looks like they're going to give up on this one. Going for the long shot. Smites him down. With the way things went yesterday, there's no telling what could happen. Today is the day to leave everything on the Rift.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final day of the North American League Championship Series Summer Split. We've got a packed house here in Los Angeles, but fans everywhere are anxious to see how our teams cross the finish line in the race for playoff. Excitement is in the air as we prep for what could be a marathon day of League of Legends. Our first game will be showcasing Dignitas, who you see here staying loose before they face off against Enemy. A little synchronized head nodding there between Kiwi and Shifter. And, of course, Enemy in their locker room a short time ago, body dropping the rest of the team, getting in some quick reps before they take to the stage. Almost every game here has some pretty serious implications. Hello, everyone. I'm James Dash Patterson. Thanks for joining us for the last day of the regular season. Now assembling on the desk are Sam Kobe Hartman-Kensler, Joshua Jatleesman, and David Freak Turley. Gentlemen, I mean, we have up to 12 games today. Is everybody ready? You got the energy to get through it?
We're in for the long haul.
Absolutely.
This is...
Yeah, I mean, this is esports,
It's a marathon.
man.
We start slow. Pace yourself, boys.
That's true.
Slow down.
That's true.
I just have so much stamina, I sprint an entire marathon.
Wow.
That's not
That's
true at all.
impressive. I'm going to hold him to that.
No.
Our next feature is Freak.
I can't even run an
Sprinting
8-minute mile. Like, let's
we
be
sign
real
him
here.
up for like the next LA marathon.
It'll be a 45-second feature. He'll sprint
That'd be so great. That'd be so great. All right, well, to set the stage, let's take a look at how the teams are lined up. We've got a party at the top of the table with 4 teams tied for first place, then 1 game back in 5th, and still in the running for a first-round playoff bye is TSM. Team Dignitas is locked into our 6th seed. After that, we've got a battle for 7th place with Team 8 starting the day with that guaranteed spot in the 2016 LCS Spring Split. And looking to take it away is 8th place Cloud9. Holding 9th is Enemy Esports, and in 10th, it's Team Dragon Knights. Then turning to today's schedule, we're starting it off with Enemy versus Team Dignitas. After that, Counterlogic Gaming takes on Team 8. Then it's TSM versus Cloud9. In our 4th match, it's the final flight of Team Dragon Knights as they go up against Gravity. Then it's a battle for first place with Team Liquid versus Team Impulse. Now, depending on how the day plays out, we could have a maximum of 7 tiebreakers, and we will bring you those immediately following the conclusion of our 5th match. Now, it wouldn't be the NA LCS if it didn't come right down to the wire. On the line are 2 playoff buys, a trip to Madison Square Garden, as well as serious implications for teams who want to represent North America at Worlds. So, what do we make of the race for these top spots?
Well, I want to start out with Team Impulse because at the end of Week 8, I was like, these guys are definitely heading to the finals. These guys are definitely heading to Worlds. They look like one of, if not the best team in North America. Then Xiao got suspended. And so Gate went to the mid lane. And I was like, okay, well, maybe not. But as of yesterday's game, honestly, the team is pretty solid. Gate is he's only played 1 game so far, so it's still a bit to be determined, but he was fine, right? Impulse functions with Rush going hard. I mean, that's the best I can do, right? 1 game, died once, whatever, right?
Can't
like,
judge too much.
Rush goes hard, buys a bunch of damage. He had the most damage to game, or most damage to champions in that game of all 10 players as Jungle Evelyn, which was awesome. And so his style is still working. He's still doing great. Once in a while it'll fail, he'll play over aggressively, but like the Impulse style is intact and they're still very strong.
Yeah, as strong as Impulse were, I'm still definitely not convinced of Gate. I feel like there were a lot of opportunities for him to grab some more map control, but I'm definitely going to leave it open because, as you said, it's just 1 game.
Yeah.
They really have a daunting task ahead of them, though, because they're going up against Team Liquid today, and Team Liquid will look really strong. Dominic also said that they've already started practicing for best of 5 series, so they're trying to diversify their strategies. And I think that's really strong against Team Impulse because Team Impulse have some of the most easily identifiable tendencies in the North American LCS for them to prepare for.
Yeah, I feel like of all the teams, Team Liquid is the most versatile as far as how they win the game because a lot of other teams have an identifiable style, but as far as the #1 team, Team Liquid, they can seemingly do anything.
All right, well, still in the running, but no longer looking like the favorites are Gravity. Last week, it looked like they would be, or have rather, smooth sailing through an easy schedule, but they've only gotten 38 kills to their 61 deaths in the last 3 games. Now, another fun fact we have to consider with Gravity are that they are undefeated on the red side, and they've gotten their 5 losses when they're on blue. Well, today, they're starting on the blue side. Another team that has arisen from the ashes, exactly.
No!
Or rather, from their midseason slump, though, we've got to look at Counter Logic Gaming.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about Tip having a telegraphed play style, but really, CLG, they want to kill the first few turrets of the game. They probably want demolitionists on their team like Tristana to kill those down. And if they're not pulling ahead early, they don't seem to have a very clear win condition for the game. But with that being said, I really like watching them watch because they are super good at the early game.
Yeah.
And there may be teams that can stop that in playoffs, but Teammate is probably not a team that can stop that. So I expect CLG to have 13 wins at the end of the regular season.
All right, well, to get you amped up for today's action, we got a couple of appetizers thanks to the hashtag LCS Big Plays. Our first comes from TDK against Cloud9. Etherington P writes, the twisted advance from way downtown. Here it is.
You're not going to be killing a whole bunch of people on Cloud9's side. Oh, the lantern advance! You thought there was light at the end of the tunnel, but that's a dark passage, my brother.
That dark passage, no
MVP
light at the end of the tunnel, right?
From Rivington, Bruce Bizzle.
Yeah, can always rely on him for an MVP call to accompany an LCS big play. Then from Tip versus Gravity, Kitsune Kira writes, Rush with the insane reaction flash to survive. Let's take a look.
Not a gank in that spot, but Rush gets the ulti in from Impact. Here comes the push towards Keen. Keen does have flash. Pops it. Impact's gonna go for the taunt flash. Gonna land down a big shockwave, but is it gonna be enough time?
Okay.
No! He flashes out! You gotta be kidding me! He makes it happen! 2-0 on Rush.
I mean, he flashed over the wall out of the turret, but I don't know what the reaction
it was a pretty flash.
to.
The reaction though, he would live, man.
Yeah, here's the thing.
If that turret shot had killed him, then he couldn't flash out.
Right, but he needed to know that the health restored from the kill
for me,
would prevent him from dying, so therefore the flash was relevant.
Okay. I would say that was a medium-sized LCS play.
To be fair, I don't think any of that was calculated. This was one of those 80-20s where, like, if he's 5 damage off, Rush just looks like an idiot diving a turret and wasting a Shen ulti.
80-20?
But it worked.
Where does 80-20 come from?
All right, guys.
The ratio at which
we try and build hype. We try and build hype, and Freak and Kobe are over here with shotguns, just shooting it out of the air.
Why is your hype birds? Why can't hypes be like turtles or something?
It could be. And then you're shotgunning turtles.
Okay, but then aim at where
whatever.
turtles would be.
Keep sharing your favorite plays and daring escapes throughout our day. We're at LOL Esports and use the hashtag LCS Big Plays. But now we're going to send it over to our casters to get our day of reckoning underway.